We should constantly be celebrating teachers and stressing how vital education is, because that builds a foundation for our youth, our future, and they just deal with so much and have so much on their plate, and they're little superheroes that should get recognized on daily. Rock your school!
Gosh, I can't even explain what Rock Your School was. So in true Hope and Wade and Get Your Teach On fashion, I had no idea what I was coming into. I just knew it was going to be fun. I knew it was going to be rewarding, not just for the teachers and the students, but also for me. And today did not disappoint. You know, we know that there's a lot going on in this world and there are a lot of distractions, but school should be a place not just where you learn, but can be fun and where you feel safe and protected. And you know, so many teachers are leaving the profession just because of everything that's going on. And so anything that I can do, from being a substitute teacher to having a mom who taught for 20 plus years. And so I want to do what I can to give back, to show teachers how much they mean to me, how much they mean to the next generation, and just how important the work that they do is. And then of course, just like hanging with the kids, it gives me life. It makes me feel cool again. Rock your school!
Rock Your School with Get Your Teach On. It was amazing. We had community leaders to come out here. We had all the sports teams represented. We had all the energy in the world, kicking off 100,000 educators around the globe.
What is up, Get Your Teach On community? We are so excited to be here on Facebook Live with you guys for our Rock Your School rally. It is almost time, you guys.
Hey. I cannot wait.
I've got Amelia and Lanisha with me because we just did something so exciting. We are here in Miami. We just did our very first pop-up conference. So in case you've missed out on a couple of things Get Your Teach On, it's our 10th year anniversary, which is crazy. Maybe I should go through and make us say our favorite thing about Get Your Teach On. I won't even do that.
Wait, I have to think. Hold on.
But one of the things that we're doing for our 10th year celebration is we know sometimes it's really hard for people to get to our national conference in the summertime because of vacations or when school lets out. And then obviously Vegas in January is hard if you're, trying to get away from school but we're like, maybe if we take Get Your Teach On to location. So our first one was here in Miami. What did y'all think about today?
Oh, today was lovely. It was just like this little microcosm of just super excited teachers. We got to just give them a bunch of strategies all day. The community was wonderful. Collaboration was great. I loved it.
I did too. It was just a cluster of inspiring educators, and the fact that I feel like it was a hometown kind of feel for so many people. Although there were people who traveled. People were like, "Oh, listen,
from Arizona." I was like, "What are
we are
doing
showing
Miami?
up?" Which I mean,
crazy.
Miami,
Yeah,
we love
great.
Miami. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
But it was just this cluster of education community that came together, and we just had the best time together. It was such a wonderful experience to be in this room all day together. I loved it.
And we always love to do, we don't want to do more of the same. We always love to do different. And so what was different about today is it's one room.
Yep.
And they all stayed together. So all grade levels combined, but we focused on best instructional practices, which we're actually going to talk about here in a couple of minutes and how it pertains to Rock Your School. But I always love that.
Yes.
We had 500 educators in one room, and there's just something about the, dare I say, intimacy. Is that a cringe word for this situation?
I think it's fine.
Okay. But I love being able to really have those conversations, like you said, to be able to have that depth of conversations, to connect with them.
Yes.
It was just so fun. So stay tuned, because if you want Get Your Teach On pop up to come to your area, we need to hear from you, and we'll let you know how to submit your city, because who knows, we might pop up in your area next, and you can join us for a day.
We would love that. We would
It's a
love.
one
We wanna come to
day,
you.
it's a one day experience. So stay tuned. We've got so much in store for you here share it live. We've got over $10,000 of prizes that we're giving away. We were actually just looking through all of them. So we've got things from collective mystery bags to Vegas tickets plus VIP plus hotel, like the grand prize at the end.
We all did a collective. Ooh.
Yeah, we were excited about that one. So stay tuned. But why you're here is because we're talking all things. Rock Your School is this coming, like as in it starts tomorrow, which is really crazy. So Rock Your School, let's talk a little bit about it because it's been an initiative for Get Your Teach On for quite some time now, and it's really taken on this life of its own. So this is an amazing, now it's become a week. And this year, it is September 29th through October 3rd. I want to make sure I have those dates right in my head. Because we know, again, some people prefer a Monday, some people prefer a Friday, some people are out of school on certain days. But it's really become this week of just an opportunity to celebrate education. So Rock Your School, let's talk a little bit about it and kind of the purpose for Get Your Teach On. Who wants to start and just share a little bit about
I will start. You know what I say with that? I love to speak about it because I can speak about it from a parent perspective and a teacher perspective, which I think is such a cool experience to have. But what I love about the Rock Your School as this Get Your Teach On initiative is it is a moment or an opportunity where teachers feel the comfortability and support to do something different. And not that it has to be something big, but something different than they've ever done before with a community of Get Your Teach On educators, like-minded educators behind them doing the same, right? It's an opportunity where you're like, I can step out of the box because there are thousands of educators around the country doing it right here with me. And that's something at Get Your Teach On we always talk about, whether it's big or small, it's doing something to be intentional with your students to, like Steve Spangler says, make it to the dinner table, right? To make a moment in time for those kids that they look back on and remember because of that opportunity and memories you created for them in the classroom, which I just love on both sides of it, teacher and parent side.
Yeah, and similar. My kids' schools have participated as well, and then I've been able to support schools, and it's just a nice day to just kind of step out of the box, week now, and just sort of make those memory inspired moments for students so they can really get a taste of what it looks like to just celebrate. And I think that's so powerful and so necessary, especially this day and age in education where it can feel very heavy a lot. It's just nice to take a moment and celebrate.
And so if you're new to Get Your Teach On, this might be the first live that you're ever joining us for. Myself, Amelia, Lanisha, and Wade make up the Get Your Teach On content team. And what I love about our content team is, and I think this is so important to the world of education, is that Rock Your School Day would look different for every single one of us.
Absolutely.
We could not be more different, but again, what we focus on so much is what are the outcomes? What are the results that you're getting from that instruction? So I think to both of your points, we hope that throughout this week, or maybe you're watching and you're like, Rock Your School? It is not too late to join.
You can join
because
us.
we fully know that teachers rock their classrooms all year long. That is not what we're saying is, hey, have one great lesson and then forget about it, right? Teachers are rocking every single day, but this is an opportunity, like you both said, for us to be able to come together. And sometimes we just need something to look forward to. We just, with the state of everything feels so heavy right now that sometimes we just need a little glimmer of joy, a little spark that's like, okay, now I can make it to next week. Okay, now I can make it to the next week. And so that's what really Rock Your School has become about, is about community, about coming together, but I think most importantly, celebrating one another. Like we celebrate each other, I feel like so well as a team, but we couldn't be more different. But I don't see that as intimidating, and I don't see that as something that is, what's the word I'm looking for? Like competitive, not comparing. I'm not competing. It's no comparison. It's just, oh my gosh, Lanisha, the way that you did that, that might not be but that is incredible.
Right.
And I hope that's what we see a lot of this week with Rock Your School. And we're going to share just a couple of more things really about the heart and soul of it, because there are some misconceptions out there about Rock Your School. And there might be misconceptions from whether it be people in the community, whether it be maybe you're the only one in your building. And we have heard story upon story where it's like, I used to be the only teacher. I used to be the only teacher who did Rock Your, and now their whole school. And we've even heard stories of one teacher starting Rock Your School, it really kind of fizzling out into the school community and then even into the district. So be the one. Be the one that starts the spark. Be the one that fans the flame. But we want to dive in just a little bit to Rock Your School, because it's not just about kind of a fun day. It's really about the key to it all, which is engaging learners with difficult content. So we want to give you a couple of takeaways here. You're not going to ever find the three of us together where we don't give you some kind of professional development takeaway.
Little mini PD here.
So what we're talking about when we talk about engagement and what Rock Your School is about is students not just doing school, but experiencing that learning. What does experiencing the learning mean to you guys?
Oh gosh. So for me with this word engagement, I love that word because it can mean so many things, but really it's just the degree of curiosity and spark and wonder that I can capture my students with. And so some of the most engaging lessons were literally me storytelling and getting every kid to lean in and just hang on my every word, because maybe it's learning about a cool historical figure that we wouldn't normally have time to. And you're just kind of stepping out of the box in different ways. Engagement can look so many different ways. And to your point, how we're all so different, I love it. It all fits under the same umbrella. And so, I really enjoy various forms of engagement. But for me, it's really like that authentic kind of in the moment.
So it's not about the dollars and spending the money is what I hear you saying. It's about how you're using your talent. How you're using the things that set you on fire, because that's what's going to be contagious for your kids. Yeah. What does experiencing learning look like for you?
I was to build off of what Lanisha said, because a lot of that's very true. I think a lot of it also is when engagement is when students have autonomy over their learning. They're taking some ownership, their student accountability, but their curiosity is sparked and their knowledge is able to grow in a way that connects things outside the classroom, right? And we're taking it farther than just a textbook. We're taking it farther than just a worksheet. And again, not necessarily with things. Engagement can be so many different things, but it's motivation. It is incentivizing learning. It is giving accountability to their learning. And it's really sparking curiosity in a topic, because that's really what we want to do to engage our students and pull them in.
Yeah. And for me, it's no secret to anybody, and I share this all the time. One of my favorite things that brings me to life is decorating and creating this like immersive experience. So I love to do a good room transformation. I love to transform and take my kids places in the classroom, because where you're so great at storytelling, that stresses me out. I'm like, oh my God, I need AI to generate a story, and then I'm going to have to. And so I think that is the beauty. And we often talk about this. I could take one standard and give it to several hundred teachers, and they could execute it 300, 500 different ways, but all be effective. And if I tried to storytell, I might not be effective. Whereas, if you tried to replicate what I do, that wouldn't be your thing either.
Couldn't do it.
And I think accepting that and supporting that and championing that. That's a hard word. Words are hard. I got all
the morphemes are there.
But I feel like that's what's needed more in education, is that autonomy to show up as yourself and be unapologetically you. There's certain crowds that I would be like kind of hesitant to talk about room transformations because I would fear judgment. With you guys, I can talk confidently because that's who I am, and that's what makes me happy, and that's what brings joy. So we hope that whatever you're choosing to do for Rock Your School, whether it be big in some people's eyes or small, whether it be the art of a story, whether it be that you just have the kids on the edge of their seats, whatever it may be, that it's unique to you. Because this is not a day about you saying, okay, I've got to be somebody else today. Okay, I've got to try to do this lesson. That's not what Rock Your School is about. It's about what brings you joy that can be contagious for your kids. So that's what we're really talking about when we say experience learning. Now, at Get Your Teach On, we always talk about pillars and foundational principles that really build a strong classroom. And so we kind of have this pyramid here that has some of those components, classroom culture and norms, that we know that if kids don't feel safe, I don't care how you decorate your classroom, it will be meaningless because they don't have their basic needs met, right? So things we know, behavior management and behavior and classroom management, standards alignment and power standards, tier 1 instructional practices. But what I want to point out is that engagement is at the top here. If we go to the next slide, what you'll see here is kind of that pyramid flipped on its head. So many times what I've seen in classrooms is that when teachers are desperate, maybe when they're having behavioral issues, maybe when they're not getting kids to master standards, a lot of times the thought process is, I've got to do a fun lesson. Right. Then they put all of this time into creating and designing this really fun lesson. They teach it. The kids are chaotic because they've never taught anything that way before.
Right.
And they don't have anything put in place first.
Right.
The kids are chaotic. They get to the end of the lesson, the end of the day, and they're like,
my kids can't handle that.
My kids, see, this is why I don't teach like that. This is why I don't. But the problem is we can't start with engagement.
Right.
We've got to start by building those systems, those routines, so that when we get to the engagement can thrive. It can do what's necessary. So what are some of those things that you guys have really found that are key components to being able to then reach that level of engagement because you have this in place? What is something that you can't be without before engagement can occur?
I just think that classroom management and community and the ability for students to be able to run their classroom in a way that, shows that student independence and accountability. The moment those pieces are in place, I can pretty much do anything I want to do with my students, but I cannot, to your point, do any of that without those foundational pieces in place. So that looks a lot of different ways for me. That just, that respect the, how do we communicate with one another? There's so many pillars that have to be there in order to get this going.
Yeah. What about for you, Amelia?
And for me, I always say too, for it to be effective, it has to be sustainable. So you have to determine what that sustainability is for you, because like we mentioned, that's different for each and every one of us.
Yeah.
And also that sustainability is different in different seasons of life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
whatever your capacity is at this moment is what you're going to plan to do. And that's good enough for your engagement. But also thinking about, like Alicia said, setting up the standard. I'm a big person with transitions. If I'm going to do something engaging and fun, I have to know that I can pull my students back at the drop of a dime.
Right.
And if I can't, then that chaos bleeds into our instructional minutes, right? So I have to make sure that transitions are tight, expectations for what do they do when I say this is what you do this. So all of that has to be practiced. My fourth grade students, my favorite thing with this, we would always do some engaging fun things. I created a bunch of Harry Potter fans in my classroom. And so they coined the term, we have to do the muggle work before the magic work. So they knew. I know. I can't even take credit. My fourth graders come up with it. But they knew, if we wanted to do the engaging, the fun, they were going to have to buckle down, lock in, and do some things first. And so I think that's a really big thing to consider is engagement doesn't mean fluff or replacement. Engagement means you are enriching and creating a more rounded experience for your students, which is really important.
And for me, it's all about that student accountability. If I have not taught them how to be accountable every day in my classroom consistently, they're not going to be accountable no matter how stellar my lesson is, no matter how magical it is. They're going to do the same thing because that's what they think the expectation is. And so it's not too late. Obviously, Rock Your School Week is happening this week whenever you are choosing to celebrate that or join in on the fun. But it's not too late to stop yourself and say, okay, I've really focused a lot on the fun, but what do I need? Let me pull myself back for a second because I need that fun to be meaningful, but more importantly, I need that fun to get me results. So do I need to start the day with a new expectation, a certain procedure that I want them to do consistently throughout that day to make sure that I'm going to get those results if you don't already have that established in your classroom? Because again, if you're just starting with engagement, it's like throwing spaghetti at a wall and just hoping something sticks. And the likelihood of that happening is going to be very rare. So we wanted just to kind of set the intention for really what, and kind of bust a lot of the myths that Rock Your School Day or student engagement in general is just fluff.
Right.
That's the icing on top that, again, we're targeting. I don't know about you. Well, I know about you guys. Rock Your School Day lessons should be targeting those most complex, difficult standards that we're not getting mastery of on the day-to-day, right? Those things that if they're just naturally mastering it, I'm going to teach it. I am targeting my most complex, challenging, difficult standards and taking it to the next level so that I have a higher engagement, I have a higher desire, a higher want to. So just a couple little more tips before we dive into Rock Your School Week together. And this is what we've been talking about here this entire time. Flashy won't fix broken systems. We can't have one exciting lesson and think that's going to change everything in our classroom. Really, the game changer in the classroom are those best instructional practices, are those daily systems that are getting you the results. That's what allows Flashy to do its job, which is elevate that instruction for a lesson or for a specific time. And the final thing, and I love this one, and I think we are all big believers in this, when the routine is right, you can afford to go bold.
Yeah.
That's when you can do those out-of-the-box things. So we just wanted to challenge you before we dive into Rock Your School Week, because we want you to get to the end of these lessons and be able to say, see, or maybe not even be able to say, see, be like, oh my gosh, that really did have a great impact. I want to do more of this. I desire to do more of this. And that desire is going to come from you seeing it working and you seeing it getting results with your kids. So we cannot wait to see what you guys do for Rock Your School Week coming up this week. Make sure that you tag us at Get Your Teach On Instagram. We want to reshare. We want to shout you out. We want to celebrate all of the amazing things that you're doing, not just on Rock Your School Week, but every single day of the school year. We cannot wait to see what you do. Now, one more final thing. We've changed it up a little bit this year because one of the biggest requests that we would always get is we love Rock Your School Week, and it's so great that it comes, in the fall time because we kind of got the year established and under our belt.
Right.
But in January, it's like one of those times that can we make it to spring break? Can we make it to burnout? We're feeling the burnout. And so one thing that we're big believers in at Get Your Teach On is it's never too late for a reset. It's never too late to say, I don't like where I'm going this year. I don't like where my classroom or where my students. Let's change some things up. And so we're going to have an additional Rock Your School Day on January 23rd, where once again, we all come together. I think that we need a little bit more joy in education and in this world.
Absolutely.
So we're excited to add another day. So mark your calendars. January 23rd, we will be back for Rock Your School Day, titling it, It's Never Too Late for a Reset, an opportunity just to start the year off, the new year off in a different way.
I think we need to do a whole nation, world, we have other countries join in.
Yes, we do.
Study of the learning that happens during Rock Your School Week. There's got to be a way.
This will be fun.
I think we all
Let's put our heads together.
wholeheartedly believe that we
Chase,
know.
how many countries do we have? Do you know that number off the top of your head?
At least 10, maybe
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, I think anywhere between 10 and 20. We have a list of all of the countries. So this has really become like a worldwide initiative, and we love, love, love seeing that. So a couple more resources for you to check out as you gear up for this week and as you gear up for Rock Your School. And again, we cannot wait to see the incredible things that you guys are going to do. There is a Rock Your School documentary. If, again, you're tuning in and you're like, where I am behind somewhere because I don't even know what Rock Your School is, this is a great place for you to start, to get the story behind the mission, the vision, why we feel like this is so important and why we feel like experience-based learning is so critical as a component and a piece of your classroom. So make sure you check out the Rock Your School documentary. So we're going to come back to Rock Your School at the end, but since you're here, we have a couple more things to update you on. However, we're big about giving away prizes, and I mentioned we have over $10,000 of prizes, so should we kind of take a little prize break?
Let's do it.
Okay, so our first prizes, 2 prizes, are a GYTO collective mystery bag. So you are going to get a mystery bag of some of our favorite products in the collective. So Lanisha, who are our winners for our $50 collective mystery bag?
We are saying congratulations to Amy and Amanda.
Congratulations.
Fashionable and lovely.
That's so
And there will be information for you guys on who to contact, how to get your prizes sent to you. So congratulations, you two, and thank you for joining us on this live. All right. Thank you. Email info@getyourteachon.com. That is how you're going to get your prizes.
That probably applies to everyone, right?
That's right.
That's it. Okay.
Once again, if you have prizes that you win tonight, it's info@getyourteachon.com. So we cannot wait to rock with you guys together. But let's switch gears just a little bit.
Okay.
Because we're here in Miami and we had our one-day pop-up. And again, you never know where we're going to pop up. It might be in your area next. But our next big event, post-Dallas Nationals, which feels like it was a year ago at this point. Like it feels like it was so long ago.
Yes.
But coming up in January, we will be once again in Vegas for Get Your Teach On Vegas on January 17th through the 19th. How excited are we for Vegas?
Love Vegas.
So
Every year.
excited.
Such a good time.
Every year.
Yes, every year.
It's on Martin Luther King Jr. weekend. So the conference is on a Saturday, Sunday, and that Monday. So we say no sub plans required because, and we intentionally do that because we know substitutes are a hard thing to come by in education. We don't want you to miss out because of the subs. So no subs required for this one. Join us on that Saturday, Sunday, and Monday and Get Your Teach On Vegas. Now, we've got some incredible individuals. So I want you guys just to share a little bit about presenters. And here's a little plug that I'm probably not supposed to give, but I'm going to give anyways. We are once again about to open up our Edu Rockstar search to open up opportunities for applications to apply to be a Get Your Teach On presenter. So keep your eyes peeled because if that has been you, that's about to open up. But just talk a little bit about our presenters and the content that they can expect this, I almost said this summer, but it's not, this January in Vegas.
Yes, I think this is a perfect opportunity. We talked about that reset, that mid-year reset. This whole group of presenters right here, when I look at those images, I see some of the most brilliant-minded educators who all do things, like we mentioned, differently but effectively. And when we talk about best practices, these are all educators who have seen results.
Yep.
They have best practice driven teaching, and they are bringing their best strategies and ideas that have been proven to work. I'm all about research. Love a good research study. I love research to support what I'm doing, but show me research, but show me the evidence. And what I mean by that is show me evidence-based instruction, meaning it's happened in a classroom and I've seen the results in a classroom.
Yeah.
And that's what our presenters bring. We go through this rigorous process to choose presenters. We're not just putting anybody up on a stage in front of you, right?
Speaking of Edu Rockstar search, that's a piece is you have to have evidence, measurable evidence of results in your classroom because, again, we don't want to bring things that might work, that may work, that we assume work. We want to know what are the results of this in your room.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, let's look at these. There's us, right?
Hello.
We're cool.
We're all right. We're all right up there.
Let's yell out a presenter and what do we love about him? So Andre.
Oh my gosh, Andre.
Albright
Oh my
teaching.
gosh, you
He's gonna
guys.
rock your world.
Yes,
Blow
he's
your
gonna blow your
mind.
mind.
He walks into that room.
Yep.
And within seconds, boom.
Yep.
Every single person is just hanging on us everywhere.
They're going to love it.
Naomi, I know people are going to say smart, brilliant, and all of those things
Yeah.
are true. But what I love about her and respect and about is she is like us. Let me see the results.
Intentional.
Let me see the
Intentional.
results.
Absolutely.
So
on-
intentional.
She is not going to do something unless it works.
What I love about her, biased, she's my best friend, but what I love about her is everything that she does, the number one goal is for the kids.
Yep.
Every
Yes.
single thing.
Which
She
100%.
cares about student achievement
Yes, she
so
does.
much, no matter what. And
Yes,
I love
she does.
that. Joanne.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's our idea girly. She
love her.
is, first of all, a veteran.
Yeah.
And I love that. And I've had this conversation with her and she's been on the podcast. I love that she still loves teaching this many years into the game.
Yeah.
And so I look up to her and respect her so much for continuing this work and the way that she goes about it. But also just her love for student engagement.
Yep.
And to make learning joyful and fun. Lisa.
Oh, gosh.
She was new to Get Your
The
Teach On this
knowledge
summer.
that
Yeah.
comes out of this
Yes.
woman. I mean, I could listen to her all day long.
Yes.
And she is someone who truly, you're going to leave that session being like, wow.
She knows her stuff.
That girl
Yep.
knows
She
her stuff.
knows her stuff.
She really does.
Yep. Bryce.
Bryce, small group, love it. I'm like playing word association. The moment I hear the name, I hear small
And
group.
also,
fun.
what just a
Great human.
Great
I was just gonna
human.
say, what a
Oh.
great human. Like
So fun.
someone you just love being in the presence of and learning from.
Sunshine.
Yes.
So you walk, you just have you even say hi, Bryce, and immediate sunshine.
I
And
agree.
so again, I think that is something that really creates that space where students feel welcome, loved,
Yes.
seen, valued. So he's going to bring some amazing content as well. Oh, my bestie. Oh, we got the
There
battle
you
of the
go.
besties looking on top of each other.
Uh-oh.
Amy Lemons obviously has another veteran in education, but just so many practical
Ideas.
I can
Yes.
go
Yes.
back
That's the best
tomorrow.
word. Practical.
Practical
Yes.
ideas.
I can go back tomorrow and I can. One thing about Amy, who it was very different than me, she is not going to overcomplicate anything. It is going to be simple. I can promise you that because she's like, Hope, I love you, but I don't have to. And that's what, again, the authenticity. She's like, I love you, but I'm not doing all that. Or I'm not putting all that. I don't have all the time to do that. So again, just practical and something that you're going to be able to go back and implement. Steve.
Explosive.
Yeah, there you go. There's the word.
in every way.
In every way.
Again, another genuinely wonderful human who you feel so just like in awe of, but also inspired by.
Yep.
Which I love.
And it'll challenge your thinking, and I love that about him too.
Yes.
April, another veteran
Joy.
educator.
Joy.
Joy, sunshine. But again, just I respect the work that she's done in this profession. Obviously, she's our math girly. She's going to bring you some great content with math, but also with classroom management. She knows what works and what doesn't work. She's been in this
And she's
game
not afraid
long
to
enough,
tell
and
you,
she's
which
not
I
afraid.
love. She's like, I will step
Yeah.
up and tell you exactly how to do this with your students.
Yeah.
And there's no excuses.
She's very transparent. She's not trying just to sell you an idea.
Yep.
And I love that about her. And then we're so excited to have back in our lead on room Dr. Ryan Daniel, who Naomi is actually working at her school this year.
She is.
But she's an incredible leader. And so we're so excited to have her voice back in our lead on room this year.
Yes.
So man, if you're coming to Vegas, get ready because not only are you going to feel inspired, you're going to leave with so many different ideas, a community of educators supporting you. So we cannot wait. So if you have not gotten your tickets to Get Your Teach on Vegas, you need to. Also, conference guides are live. And so if you're curious, like, well, what are my takeaways? How is this tied to research? Where are these practices coming from? Every single bit of that is in our conference guides for you guys. So you can go and download those. You can look through those. You can see which grade level track is going to be perfect for you. We have our instructional lab back, which is all about those best practices.
Love it.
We have our lead on room. We have, oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of the different tracks.
Even just the content rooms or the
Yeah.
grade level rooms,
grade
the
level rooms,
content
yeah.
that they're going to get. And I love those grade level rooms because you're sitting with, whether you came by yourself or with another person, you are sitting with people who teach the same content as you. And so the ideas that get bounced back and forth in those rooms.
If you leave Get Your Teach On without a friend, I'm like, were you even there? Like, were
They have-
you even
we are
actually
forever friends
Were
with
you even
creators.
actually there? So that is all about Get Your Teach On Vegas. We hope to see, well, not all, but we hope to see you there. We're going to pause before we get into the fun of, okay, I'm going to rephrase that because the workshops and the content are fun.
So fun.
Before we get into the entertainment
There we go.
side,
There we go.
right? That's the professional development side. That's all the education
fun.
stuff, which
So
is fun.
fun.
So let me rephrase that a little bit. But we've got some more prizes. So let's find out these 3 individuals who are going to win 2 tickets to GYTO Vegas, plus our VIP experience, which gets you into to be seated in a certain specific area if you don't like waiting in the lines. Because listen, if you're going to an event, there are going to be lines. Like that's just going to happen. So we'll talk a little bit more about that VIP experience here in just a second. But Amelia, who's our winners for these tickets?
Oh my gosh. Congratulations to our 3 winners. Our first 3 winners for this. We have on here.
Drum roll, please.
Drum roll, please.
Oh, that is my job. I have one job. You guys. Okay, there we
We
go.
have Lee, Abby, and Kelly. Congratulations.
Yay.
We will see you in Vegas.
We will
with a friend.
see you in Vegas
a
with a friend.
friend.
And the VIP. You get that too. Okay.
So fun.
Now, the collective is our ultimate teacher shop.
It's the
Is that
best.
what we want to say?
I've determined at this point in my life with GYTO, I come with one suitcase of like comfy clothes. Actually, no, not even comfy clothes because it has that too. I just come with an empty suitcase and I get dressed by the collective.
Best practice. So we have a little sneak peek for you guys because as you guys know, I always assume that you've been to conferences before. In case you don't know, we have a teacher shop and we always launch brand new t-shirts. And it's kind of a big deal for a lot of people who enjoy the collective as much as we do. So we want to show you our upcoming designs for Vegas 2026. How crazy is that to say? Vegas 2026.
Wild.
What is happening?
I don't know.
So drum roll, please, for these beautiful designs by our amazing graphic designer, Taylor, as well as we call them the Collective Club, teachers who are sharing what they want to see. But we have our Fest shirt, which is always one of the first ones to sell it out. Then we kind of went with a little Vegas theme, so let the good times
I
roll.
love that.
We've got It's a Good Day to Be a Teacher, Shine Bright, Teach Bold, going off of our nationals theme this summer and really focusing on that, your authentic self component. Lucky to teach because we are so lucky to do this work. And then obviously Queen of the Classroom because queens, that's just that's what teachers are. Teachers, queens, and kings. So there are our new designs. Those will be available for purchase in November. We're going to do an early launch before the conference, so you will actually be able to pre-order these t-shirts, which is kind of nice because honestly, sometimes they sell out very quickly on site. So if there's something you want, stay tuned in November so you can do your pre-order and it will be shipped to you. Okay, there it is. Mark your calendars. Vegas Collection launches this November. Also, you can text GYTO VIP. It's a lot of letters. To 866-615-1062, or you can scan the QR code if you want to be one of the first to know when those launch.
Which you do, because that's the best, because then you get first dibs.
You get first dibs.
Your size doesn't sell
Yep.
out. You get the exact one you want for your outfit choices.
All right, so we've got some more collective mystery bags to give away. So let's see, drum roll, please. Lanisha, who do we have?
We have Ashley and Christine.
Congratulations,
Yay.
Ashley and Christine.
Super
Make sure
exciting.
you email info@getyourteachon.com to collect your prizes. And again, that goes for anyone who wins prizes tonight on our live. All right, sticking with the Vegas theme, something that is unique to Vegas, because we always say, Get Your Teach On is 50% about you, the teacher, and 50% about you, the human. Yes. And we do not apologize for doing things at our conference that does not speak to the education side of you, but that speaks to the human side of you, because teachers deserve to be celebrated, to be treated like the rock stars that you are. And so in addition to all of that instructional content, all of those academic strategies, we're going to have some fun too. And that is something we will never apologize for. No. So at Get Your Teach On, we have our sneaker ball. I think that's one of Lanisha's favorite events, is the sneaker ball. It's always so much fun. And this year it's a little bit different. So we are not going to, the sneaker ball is usually in our general session room. Right. But this year instead, it is going to happen at the historic Westgate Theater, home to the Elvis Presley residency. So cool. And Lanisha said it looks like it.
In the best way.
In the best way. It's vintage, you guys.
Vegas. It's like the perfect vintage Vegas.
But this is something that is a ticket add-on, because we know that some teachers want to come just strictly for the professional development. But if you want to join us for a night to remember, you do not want to miss the sneaker ball. It is a ticket upgrade, a separate ticket that you have to purchase. So the standard ticket for Vegas will get you all your PD workshops, your swag, your digital downloads, your PD certificate, access to Shop the Collective, all of the general things for your professional development. But our ticket upgrades include our kickoff and our sneaker ball. So those are $39. That will get you into the kickoff keynote. That will get you into the sneaker ball, which we already mentioned is at the Westgate International Theater. And it's a night for us to all come together and to dance and to sing and to have fun. And you're about to find out who's going to join us for that here in just a minute. So then an additional upgrade. So in addition to the sneaker ball, if you want to do our VIP experience, this has been really popular. It's a $99 upgrade. Again, you get those sneaker ball tickets. You get that opening night ticket. But you also get reserved seating. You get early access to check in. This might be why everybody actually purchases it. Right. You get early access to shop, which means you get to buy everything before it sells out, presenter meet and greets, and you get daily coffee, which is a must. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to wait in line for it.
The line.
Yeah.
So,
that alone is worth it.
Yeah, that alone is worth it.
Yeah. It's like paying for fast passes at Disney.
That's the perfect way to describe
That
it. It's a get your teach on fast pass.
It's a fast pass, and I
which is just always
am fully behind that.
we support this. We support this. So let's give away a couple more prizes. We have 3 more winners to get to. We got lots of people coming to Vegas to get 2 tickets at GYTO Vegas plus the VIP experience.
We're not going to do any experiments.
Well, Steve is going to do lots of experiments actually. But who are our 3 winners?
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Told you, words are hard,
Words are hard. To Nicole, Cinnamon, and Laura. You are joining us in Vegas.
We cannot wait to see you guys. Now, the moment that some of you have all been waiting for if you're joining us in Vegas, who are those opening night keynotes? Who's joining us? Who might be our special guest? So, are we ready for this? Are we ready for this?
I had to not sing.
All right. Joining us in Las Vegas for that Saturday night to kick things off in the biggest and best way that we know how. Now, we're not giving you everybody yet, but here's a couple of announcements. There will be more to come. Is honestly, we couldn't choose anybody better. One of our favorites, Steve Spangler. If you have not been able to sit in one of his keynotes, I am telling you, you will leave on a different level inspired. His stories of his work in education and where he has found the biggest impact when it comes to student engagement is powerful. You will laugh, you will cry. There will be fire. There will be explosions. There will be all of the things. And again, in the very best way. Nobody can quite do it like Steve. So
And what I love about Steve too is I have seen him a couple of times, and every time I learn something different.
Yeah.
You feel a certain way. It's such the best way possible. So he just brings so much genuine enthusiasm and ideas. I love it.
It's the best. So make sure you join us on Saturday night for Steve. You do not want to miss it. Then for our sneaker ball. Now, again, let me make this clear. I try to make it as clear as possible. The sneaker ball has no academic strategy. So this is not for you, the teacher.
No.
This is for you, the human. Okay. This is for us to say, we've worked hard all day long. It's time for us to let loose. Let's have some fun together. Let's celebrate while we're in one another's company. Yes. And so we're going to announce one of our entertainment groups for that night and an individual that will be there. So drum roll. Everybody's on the edge of their seats. We will have the iconic, the legendary Eddie B back. He is always one of our top requested guests. And Lanisha and Amelia can vouch for this. When he's here, the room rattles and shakes. With literally rattles and shakes.
I love him.
Obviously, if you don't know, Eddie B is an educator, comedian, and he says all of the things that we would all love to say but can't because we want to keep our jobs. And so he is hysterical. But also that night, we are really excited to have as entertainment for the first time at Get Your Teach On, All for One. So I got to take you back down memory lane just a little bit. So All for One, okay? Just in case because if that name isn't resonating with you,
singing some songs.
I had to send them, and they were like, "What?" All right, so what do we have? We have "I Swear by the Moon and the Stars."
We
And
just love ballad out.
y'all are welcome, but we charge big bucks for that. So. Again, Grammy Award Best Pop Performance. Then we have I Can Love You Like That.
Ooh.
I Can Love You Like That. Ooh, it's going to be so good.
So good.
Get your sneakers ready. We wear sparkles for this. We have fun. You can wear whatever you want to wear.
And that's actually, I was going to note that.
Yep.
If you are new to join us for the sneaker ball, the most wonderful thing is teachers walking this red carpet that we have, whatever
so
color
fun.
the carpet ends up being. It's all different colors, who knows? But in their fun sneakers that represent their personality.
Yes, it's so
and then
fun.
they're dressed to match. Not necessarily a dress, but like their outfit to match, because everyone comes in their own vibes and just is there to be genuinely who they are. And I just love it so much.
We'll send out outfit inspo and all the things. Also, I forgot about this one. I Turn to You. It's on Space Jam.
yes.
So there's that one.
I do that one too.
And then there's also Someday from Disney's Hunchback of Notre Dame. I love all those songs.
so
I'm
good.
excited. So they are coming to bring that nostalgia, to take us back a little bit. You know, really that generation of music, like late 90s, early it's really just making its full comeback. And I'm like Backstreet Boys, and I'm so sad they're not going to be at the Sphere when we're there.
Oh, like field trip people.
Slide on
field
over
trip. We're
there.
just sliding
Oh
over the
my
Sphere.
gosh, we were so sad. Okay, so that's going to be an amazing night. We've got more announcements coming your way for Vegas because we're not done yet, but you're going to have to stay tuned for those. So we are so excited. We cannot wait to see you guys in Vegas. So we might as well give away 2 more tickets or 3 different individuals.
Yeah.
You'll get 2 tickets. So that means one for you and one for your Bestie Plus the VIP experience. Lanisha, who do we have?
Gosh, that's Marissa, Teresa, and Michaela.
Do you feel like you're on Price is Right now?
A little bit.
Come on
Microphone
down.
and all.
Come on down.
You and a friend. That's so exciting.
We cannot wait to see you there. So, to wrap it up before we send you off into an amazing Rock Your School week, we mentioned this at the very beginning, but it is Get Your Teach On's 10th year. 10 years of hosting conferences, professional developments, working in schools, state and district partnerships, collective, you name it. And so we mentioned that we are here in Miami for one of our one-day Get Your Teach On pop-ups. So if you would like to see us in a city near you, you need to go to getyourteachon.com/GYTO10 and tell us which city you want to see us in. So I did this thing on Instagram today, and I can't even tell you how many people were saying London. And I am like, there. 100 people,
Hello.
right? If 100 people,
Hello,
we will tell
Mel.
you.
We're coming.
We will be there. Okay, so I'm just
I'll
y'all
be
gotta
there.
come. Y'all gotta come in the masses.
Come
to
in
let
strong.
Us know
Come in strong. We're coming.
because I'm telling, and everybody on the team is back here like, yes,
We're coming.
Chase is like, as a matter of fact, if we have 10 people, we'll be there. Okay, we will be there. But yeah. So, anyways, let us know what area you want us to come to, because obviously our bigger conferences typically happen in Orlando
Right.
or in Dallas or in Vegas just because of venue size.
Yes, right.
But we love to do some of these smaller ones in your area. So we've got a lot of upcoming things for Get Your Teach On 10. So make sure you're following Get Your Teach On social media, Instagram, our email list, because that's how we keep you guys up to date on all things coming your way. Now, we've made it to the end of the show. Here's this big grand prize that we've been talking about.
It's a
It is
lot.
2 tickets to Get Your Teach On Vegas plus VIP. So that means sneaker ball. That means our opening keynote night. That means the Fast Pass. The Fast
Everything.
Pass.
Fast Pass.
Plus
So-
a hotel
And
stay.
your hotel stay.
Let's say the name together. All right, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
Congratulations to Amanda. Amanda, you've got the full package. 2 tickets to GYTO
Girl.
Vegas, VIP experience, plus hotel stay, which means we will see you in Las Vegas in January.
Amanda's gonna have so many best friends after this.
Oh, she really is.
Amanda.
You're probably going to have lots of people
Everyone's
texting.
hitting you
luck
up.
with that.
Lots of people texting you. So, you guys, that is all we have for you. But again, thank you so much for joining us for this Rock Your School Rally. Thank you so much for being a part of Rock Your School Rally, whether you're doing it alone, you're doing it with your entire school, you're doing it with your entire district. We hope this is a day that you and your students never forget. Make it about those things that bring you joy, because the more we look for joy in education, the more we're going to find it. And that's how we really want to prioritize our thinking, and how we also want to protect our thought process to really keep that joy at the center of learning, because it should be joyful for teachers and for students. So, any last word of advice or words to get them motivated for the week before we send them off to rock, whether you're rocking one day, one lesson, all week?
I just say just jump in there and try it. Even if it's not perfect, don't worry about that. Don't get bogged down. Just jump in there and try something.
Tell just quickly, because I know we have to wrap up. I love the story that you tell about your mentor, who you kept saying, my kids can't, my kids can't, my kids can't. And what did your mentor tell you?
I'm trying to remember.
If you think they can't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love the story because it made me reset.
Oh, yeah. She essentially said, oh, right. I'm with you now. I haven't told that story in a while.
I know.
Oh, wow.
We all know more about
know
one
our
another than
Literally.
we know about
So
ourselves.
It was earlier in my career, and I was kind of going on and on about what they were struggling with. And she kind of stopped me, and she literally just said, well, if you think your kids can't, then they can't. And I was like, and so essentially she was just saying that if I didn't believe in them and if I didn't think that they could do it, I was done before I even got started. And that was, I forgot about that.
And I think and I'll tell the rest of the story for you since it
Yeah.
was your story. But when I heard you tell it, you said that you had to reframe your mind to say, let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
Like, let's just be
my mantra.
open-minded.
Yes.
Yeah, let's just see
That's
what
like my
happens.
teaching mantra. Like, let's see what happens now. Yeah, and it came out of that.
And I think that a lot of magic comes from that.
Yeah.
Because, again, it's all about your perspective and what you're walking into that
Yes.
lesson with versus it has to be perfect and it's got to go. And if it doesn't go this way, I'm never doing it again.
Yeah.
Just see what happens.
Yes.
What,
And I would
what do you
also-
have for
I
him,
would-
Amelia?
I would challenge you to, like Lanisha said, just jump in and try it, but also to pair it with some hard content. I think a lot of times reason why the engagement gets a bad rap, so, per se, is because people think it's fluff. But if my most engaging lessons are with my hardest content. So if you're showing up and you're teaching some of that hard content with the fun, it's not fluff now. It's purposeful, it's intentional, and you are going to move the needle for your students with those engagement strategies.
Walk into that lesson knowing what results you want to get, right? Because then you're going to say, we did it. And that's what's going to motivate you to want to continue that type of learning or want to try that again. If you don't know what results you want your kids to walk away with, then it's not worth doing the lesson. So make sure you have that end game in mind so that you can pair that fun with that academic rigor to get the mastery of the concept that you're covering, the skill that you are teaching. But you guys, we love you guys. We are here behind you 100%. Our team, this is something we talk about all year long. We are going to be in a school here in Miami at Mater Grove. We have been so excited to go to their campus for years now and highlight some of the amazing things that we're doing. So we can't wait for Rock Your School Day as well. But this is going to be an incredible day, an incredible week. Or if you're watching and you're like, I just can't think like that. I can't get it together. Don't forget, we are coming back in January for another Rock Your School Day on January 23rd. So don't miss out on that one. But we hope you have the most incredible week. Again, make sure you tag us, Get Your Teach On. That way we can share it out so you can see what everybody around the world is doing on that day, because it truly has become a global initiative to spread joy through education. So we love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Congratulations to all of our winners. We hope to see you in person at a conference sometime soon. But here we go, everybody. It's time to rock out this week. Have an amazing Rock Your School week, everybody. Bye.